Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Just got home, took my sweatshirt off from work, and Gallows and Anderson shirt, first on the rack. Talking Shop, Patreon exclusive. They came out with a new episode this week. It's their second Patreon exclusive episode. It's one of my favorite, podcasts out there. If you love wrestling, you love Talking Shop, you love Gallows and Anderson, make sure you head on over to the Patreon, check that out. Monday Night Raw. Tonight we saw the return of the Usos as a tag team. A lot of people were hoping that Joe Hendry was going to be the surprise partner. I think that Joe Hendry has a place in NXT and WWE, but for him to be used on the main WWE Raw or SmackDown, I know he was in the Rumble, but I don't know. I just knew immediately that we were going to see the return of the Usos. The Usos came out as the winner in their tag team match, but then of course Gunther kept to his promise that each and every week he's going to be out there basically choking Jey out. Made a video last week talking about how Jey Uso seems like he's just got really cold as of late. When he was out there yeeting his way to winning the Royal Rumble, he was just the hottest guy on the roster. There was basically any piece of merch he could make. They were going to sell, and it was going to sell out. He's got glasses in red, orange, blue, pink. He's got the shirts. He's got the sweatshirts. He's got all of the merch, and he was one of the most popular guys on there. Since winning the Rumble, he's cooled off a lot, having matches against Austin Theory, being out there with just guys, pretty much him on that level. If he's not fighting against main event guys, he's not going to look like a main eventer. We could have easily, fed him guys that were at the upper mid card that were saying, like, this guy doesn't deserve to win the Royal Rumble. He doesn't deserve the shot against Gunther. It was just one night. It was a mistake. And, at least now they're going to put a little bit of a storyline to it. Once, Gunther came down and he beat Jey up. Jey was sitting in the hallway. His brother, found him sitting on the stairs, came up behind him, basically was saying, like, hey, you're not acting yourself. I've been watching the show, and you're not being main event Jey Uso. You're down. He's saying that he doesn't think he can beat Gunther. He's 0-3 against him, and, Gunther just keeps getting the better of him, and he might have won the Royal Rumble, but this might be a little bit too big for him. And, honestly, it seems like it. At least they're going to be coming out, tonight in the match. Jey, he had him dead to rights. He was going to hit the finisher on him, and he tripped in the ring. And lucky for him, they were still able to get the win. But if he can't put together the best night of his life, he's not going to win the title at WrestleMania. I know that they're just trying to put a little bit more of the story into it. They're not just going to hand him the title like he's Triple H out there with the World Heavyweight Championship, But, this has been one hell of a story that we're on. We're just, on the end of the coaster before it pulls into the station. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. There was a lot of ups. I think Usos winning the title on Monday. I really, really do. But it's just a part of maybe the story. There was too much in between, and maybe if he had one more big win to get him through with a sort of like a secondary story before Gunther, maybe if he would have went up against Kaiser and beat like his old lackey, maybe that would have been something. But he was involved in the whole storyline with Penta as well as Pete Dunne and fighting for who was going to be the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. So I still think that Jey's going to do it at WrestleMania. It's just a matter of, just getting there. Next week, we're going to be having Jey's brother, Jimmy, go up against Gunther. He smacked him right in the freaking teeth after he, gave his uplifting speech to, Jey in the back. And we're going to have a one-on-one deal. Jimmy's not winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't even think it's a World Heavyweight match. I think he's just going out there fighting for pride. He's going to get beat down. He's going to get beat. There's people who thought that, Jimmy was going to be in the United States title hunt for WrestleMania. And as of right now, it doesn't even look like he's going to be on the card. I'm guessing they're going to be using him for some sort of bloodline deal of, being with the family and having his back at the main event. It'd be one hell of a deal if this whole match basically, revolved around, Jimmy, Jey, Solo, Jacob Fatu, all of them all getting involved in this whole deal. I don't think that Roman will care about this belt, but yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe Roman comes out and greets him, and then we'll see if he is a true babyface now that he's a World Heavyweight Champion, that it can be looked like he's on his level. But main event, Penta, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, this is like his second or third main event of Raw. This guy's a big deal.